What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Predator Hunting Grounds video. Today I want to go over some things that I learned while playing the trial, because if you're like me, you probably got pretty frustrated either when playing Predator and getting completely destroyed by the fire team, or getting really bored as a fire team member and destroying Predator every time. I can tell you that over time, I have learned some new things about playing Predator, and now I'm pretty confident. I feel like I get a clean sweep 99% of the time as Predator, so there's a bit of a learning curve, so I want to share some of the tips and tricks that I learned that could possibly help you out within your Predator gameplay. First of all, let's start with the easiest tip possible. You need to level up. Unfortunately, it looks like Predator Hunting Grounds is one of those games where you cannot be very good right out of the gate. You need to be able to level up and unlock certain things to help you succeed. Conveniently, during the trial, the highest level was only 25, so you're able to max out your level pretty quick. But things you absolutely need to be successful is the combo stick. It is crucial for taking down fire team members. It is much more strong, and it gives you some even more range. It is absolutely crucial, so make sure you at least get to level 13 before starting to judge your Predator gameplay thoroughly. Now, with that out of the way, I'm going to assume for this situation that you have everything unlocked, and I'm going to share the class that I have had the most success with when it comes to Predator, and the perks I've been using, and the layout I've been using, and what I think works best. If you don't have some of these things unlocked, just keep grinding, keep working fire team. It really doesn't take too long to level up. Just keep playing, doing your best, and eventually this will be the class you're probably going to want to run. So my class is pretty simplistic, but again, this is what I found the most success with. The combo stick, absolutely crucial, make sure you have it. For your secondary, it doesn't matter too much, maybe you'll have more luck with a net gun, but I personally like having the smart disc on in combination with the bear traps as your gear, because using those bear traps, believe me, can be unbelievable. Toss those out, let somebody step into it, and then at that same time either throw the combo stick or throw a smart disc, doing a lot of damage in return, often taking down a person. Of course, for your other gear, you gotta run the healing kit. I mean, you're going to take damage, especially because most people will be running things like the grenade launchers and miniguns, which will take you down fairly quickly, so you're gonna want to take advantage of healing kits, but of course, there's other ways to heal, which we'll go over here in a little bit. As for perks, these are definitely the ones I like the most, one being height advantage, where you take reduced damage while in the trees. Of course, you're going to be spotted. The invisibility cloak is not all that good against actual players, but is really only effective for AI. So for that reason, height advantage is pretty crucial, allows you to take less damage in the trees, and could also ultimately be the difference between you living or dying. Observant, another great perk here where, people, as you get better, they're going to realize that they toss the mud on all the time, and you can no longer see them with your thermal vision if they have mud on them. So rock Observant, you can at least still see their footsteps if you have it on, which ultimately could be the difference in you finding somebody and not finding somebody. And then, one I think you absolutely have to run, Large Pouch, gives you some extra gear, one extra use of each gear item, so one extra bear trap and one extra healing kit. Again, that can make all the difference in the world in whether or not you live or die, especially with people running grenade launchers and miniguns almost every game. So now let's move over to gameplay, starting out with something pretty simple. I'm actually shocked that a lot of people don't take advantage of this, so I wanted to make sure I put it in the video just in case. During your thermal vision, you could use something called a target isolation scan, which on PS4 is as simple as pressing down to activate your thermal vision and then pressing right on the D-pad is your target isolation scan. This will spotlight the other players, the actual players, not AI, and will allow you to find where they are if you can't find them, which just happens all the time. The map is very covered in trees, obviously, it can be hard to see, and since AI is constantly shooting as well, you can get a little confused on who you're actually trying to go after. Target isolation scan is very crucial for that, helps you out a lot, and is on just a fundamental cooldown, so you can use it throughout the game as long as you let it cool down first. Now let's talk about Cloak, your invisibility cloak. A lot of people I see complaining about this on the forums already, that it's just not good enough and it's very easy to see, and for that reason, I mean, I agree. If you're trying to avoid actual players, the cloak is not all that good. However, where I find the cloak to be extremely useful is AI. One of the things I always like to do is actually get in the AI's face, allow them to set off the alarm, especially near the objective of your actual fire team members. Set off the alarm there, which will bring more and more AI, and then toss on your invisibility cloak. They will no longer see you, but then you can draw their attention towards the fire team members, and now there's a lot more AI out them at shooting at them, so ultimately they're more and more distracted. It allows you to go in there with the punch. It's pretty effective. I recommend taking advantage of it, but for the cloak, in terms of hiding from the fire team, not all that effective, but really great when avoiding AI. So I want to reiterate the use of bear traps. Bear traps, get up in the trees, toss them out. They have such a big radius where if somebody steps into them, it captures them. So 9 times out of 10, you will end up getting somebody in one. And once you do, this is your chance to take advantage of some ranged weapons like throwing your combo stick or throwing your smart disc. Honestly, it does a ton of damage. What I like to do, throw a trap out, capture somebody within one, throw something like a smart disc or a combo stick, and then this is a big one, something that you must take advantage of as a predator. Do a leap and use your slam. It's as simple as R1, holding, leaping out there, and then holding R2 on your way down. This will cause a very aggressive slam, which can hurt all the players within a short radius of you, and it does quite a bit of damage and disorients the fire team members. That honestly is what I use all the time, is the difference between winning and losing. I love it a lot, and it's probably what I use the most throughout the game, just constantly leaping and hitting them with that slam. Just another couple small tips here before we wrap it up. One of the things I definitely recommend is taking advantage of your healing kit before your second wind. Now, if you're running large pouches of perch, you have 3 healing kits, so don't be afraid to use them, but you really want to avoid going into that second wind until the late game. Second wind again, it's a make or break situation. Winning or losing, it can come down to that. Once you use that second wind and they get you all the way down, that's it, you die. So try to avoid going into second wind early on so that you can just keep using your health kits and then have a last second resource if it comes down to the end game situation and the helicopter's there. But now let's say you're in a situation where you're out of med kits, maybe you've already used your second wind, you're in a bad spot, and you need more health. Of course, this one's fairly obvious, but the wild boars that are surrounding the map, you can eat them and increase your health that way. But one of the things I recommend is if you actually kill the boars, even if you don't need the health, if you kill them, they will then show up on your map as dead animals there. So you see one, kill it, you can come back to it later if you have to. It could again be the difference in you winning or losing. But in terms of the trial weekend, those are pretty much all the tips and tricks I have. A lot of it is just keeping your distance, playing safe, playing smart, and really taking advantage of your slam and your distance combo stick. It's good stuff. Really take advantage of it. A lot of it is just a big learning curve, and Predator can actually be fantastic if you get him down and understand it and unlock all of his skills along the way. Of course, we'll be doing another tips and tricks video when the full game launches, but as the trial is starting to come to an end here, I'm hoping that maybe we can help you get a couple Predator games in where you don't feel like you got your ass whooped, because I know that was extremely frustrating for me, so I'm probably assuming it was frustrating for you. But that is going to wrap up today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. And of course, as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.